Good morning, everyone. It's a Wednesday where we come to you to just speak about how we want to promote, how we are promoting our 7:30 course, our 7:30 Mentorship Academy. It's open on Wednesday so that we can be able to socialize ourselves with the rest of the world, that you can be able to come on our platform and talk about the things that are happening, your goods and services, and what else that you'd like to join. Those ones that are joining us for the very first time, my name is Sylvia Mwansa, or simply Sunshine. We come on this platform every day from Monday to Friday. On Monday, we've got Rev Water. On Tuesday, it's Mindset Change with Sunshine Sylvia. On Wednesday, it's a marketplace. And on Thursday, we come with Dr. Nelly Kangwa. And on Friday, it's Healthy Tips with Dr. Jackie. And we take turns to just manage, anything that we want to manage. So today, yesterday we didn't come because obviously it was a holiday. We allow people to rest and sleep, that extra 30 minutes when they're not going anywhere. So we take it as a holiday for everyone. So today is a very special day. I've got a special guest here, Coach Stephen, who was honoring, his family was honoring me last week on the 18th of October. It was a very exciting day, emotional day, and it ignited a lot of thoughts around it. How did I deserve to be honored, and just how can we make this go viral, that it's okay to honor a woman, but what does it take to be honored? And I just want to ask Dr. Mwansa here to just explain to to the audience or to our people just how they got to get together to do that amazing cultural event called Amatebeto.
Thank you. Good morning, everybody, and a bright sunny day out there. The decision to honor my dear wife was actually my mother's decision. You may all wish to know that this year my mother is 96, and then she lives with my elder sister in Newcastle. And my sister called me and said, Mom says she wants to honor your wife. I said, what? Well, usually it's men that get honored. Yes. She says she wants to honor your wife. Why? I said, no. I don't know how much nonsense she knows that my wife has had to put up with me. But she just thought, no, I think she's been a good girl. And then I said, yeah, but what about Upingisha? Because she said, no, Upingisha, I'm kept here. I don't have a house of my own, and you cannot Ingisha her in her sister-in-law's house, which is really her home. She comes here whenever she wants. So Upingisha is not the same thing. And she says, this is from the depth of my heart. And so it came that, all right, let's get it done. And my sister then went on making preparations, and quite a number of people out there did participate in making these preps. Thank you very much. So what do I learn from that? I don't know if I can go forward.
Yes.
All right. And let me just move on just to say that there's something I learned from there, just a little bit of interaction. When you're a man, and you may occasionally have challenges with your wife, because it's normal. She hasn't answered me correctly or something like that. Anybody knowing is not as harmful as your mother knowing. Why? The bond between the mother and son is very, very strong. They're inseparable. But the wife and the mother play different roles in your life. The wife is always next to you. The mother gets to know after. We even maybe choose what to tell and what not to tell. And when you're a lady, you know how strong the bond between a daughter and a father is. Whatever challenges you have with your husband, never tell your father. Go tell your grandmother and find a way of sorting it out at that level. The father must never know. So for the man, the mother must never know. So whenever this girl here will get upset with me, she doesn't even want to see me, she'll pack her bags and go to my mother. As far as mother is concerned, she's come for the weekend. She loves me that much. She wants me, and just there she will just be as normal. The love, mother-daughter relationship. And so as far as my mother is concerned, this is the hottest girl that God could have given me. And I can tell you that she's right. Well, here we are.
Yes, and you know, for me, I have a very mother-to-child relationship. There's nothing like mother-in-law, daughter-in-law. We just call each other mommy, daughter. In fact, she calls us twins. That's why whenever we have events, we like to wear the same clothes anywhere, whether it's a wedding, whether it's we always have to find something that is matching, you know, around ourselves because we are twins. And yes, and you know, one thing that I have come to also realize or learn in relationships, we want to do a lot of things like you are in competition. But for me, I have picked that I should just do my part. I should just do my part when there's an event, family event. I make sure that I've done my part. I make sure that I've informed the people that are supposed to be there. I make sure that I pick out the positives from people and use it to make sure that things are going well. And in all these 38 years, that's what I've been doing. So even when I see my husband's nieces and everyone around, if there's something that I could be able to do that I have seen that it was not done and I could actually be able to enter in that space and do it so that, you know, or whoever, or my sister-in-law doesn't feel bad that she didn't do it for this, for that. So I just gel to make sure that I am part of the family and I'm doing my part where I don't involve myself in their family arguments or in their what. So for me, I just go out there and do some mending or some looking at how he would look like he is equal to the task. So I help him to manage the things that usually is left behind. And even in the songs that they were singing, I could see that they really meant what they were singing, talking about me. Mukayama, yes, Mukayama, you know, Ara Chinchilla, Mukayama, you know, that she is active, she's proactive. I know there are other people that have joined us from, you know, from around the world that may not know the language, but they were simply saying, Uncle's wife is assertive. Uncle's wife is a problem solver. Uncle's wife is equal to the task, and we love her. I really was so emotional about it because they would even come and like tinkle on me and say, you know, we are singing for you. And so that actually evoked a lot of emotion. I didn't even know what to do, what to say. And where you're seated there, and usually for me, I'm the one that is all over the place, and I was told to sit and receive the emotion and receive the love and, you know, the food to feed 150 plus people that came. We were given chance, and what made it so nice is that I was not even part of the inviting people. So my sister-in-law invited everyone. Steve told them everything, that all the people that are close to us, the only people that I gave was my school friends that I was with at school, the ones I was with at college, the one I was with at university, and those and my friends that I have created, over time, my business partners, my business colleagues. So it was such a warm thing where we are meeting, because usually we meet such kind of people on funerals, and it wasn't a funeral. That's what really made it so great. And when we finished, when the rituals finished in the house, we went outside, and it was so good. I had my sisters come. They came a night before to prepare the place, to set the tables. I was just a princess, and I also believed that my family was very happy, and they came to do the work for me. I didn't do things. And we had, then after I had seen the names, then I created a group chat so that we can just, be intentional about the things that we're going to do. If there was anything that people needed to speak, if there was anything that, and also the dress code, when you're in fashion, like the way we are, you can actually get, because we make these things at SBM, today's Wednesday, we can even tell you that you can come to SBM, What's New Boutique at the center of choice, and you can find fabric in Woodlands, and you can find fabric and come and make his and hers, because we are big at promoting family values. And this is one of the things which, for me, I'm a very traditional, modern woman who actually puts value to tradition. And this is why I was so humbled and grateful that the Amatebeto was done for me. And we are saying, can this be, in fact, that not me, my sister-in-law said, when she came with the people, she said, I've got a message for you out there. I've got a message for families out there. Your brother or your son is not going to marry you. Appreciate who they are, appreciate the role they play in your relative's life, and honor them. It's not common, but this could be the beginning of people honoring. And probably this is why we're sharing this today, isn't it?
Yes, that's the reason why. And probably just to come in briefly. The message is, who should come? Or the message was, who should come? Now, we know almost virtually the whole world. So it is like, okay, first, who was there when it happened? And who connived to make sure that I was able to get this girl stranded, so that if I left home, and from there I declared myself a driver.
Up to date.
Up to date, so then it's like, who is who in our lives? Now, there's many people, and a lot of people put in, because we actually, like we said, we only said that maybe let's just have 100 people. And those 100 people include friends, that also include relatives, mostly relatives, because we are honoring her. So it is to invite her relatives. And the reason why she couldn't invite her relatives, that she's not the one inviting. So my sister decided, well, I'm the older person, and I'll speak to. So she invited all the elders in the family of my wife, who are now members of my family, and everyone else that needed to come. And even in there, because there are even more, these people actually would build a city of their own. There's so many of them. Then moved on from there to say, let's get it going. And she prepared all the food with a lot of help out there. And there was more than enough. Like I said, we wanted about 100 people. I think we had almost 160 or so, something like that. Because others just decided we are going. And others decided, well, look, I'm going there, but can you tag along with me for this reason or the other? And for those that were able to make it out of our group here, I would just say thank you very much for affording us the opportunity. But like I said earlier, It's a question of how you relate with your dear wife. And this is targeted at the men. Like, no, me, my wife this, my wife this, let it end with you. And if you have an issue, take it to her people. Don't take it to mommy. And when mommy doesn't like it, it becomes a very big thing. Even if the following day you made up the moment you go there to her and you're both smiling, just, I never perfume. So please don't put some bad things in mommy's mind about your wife.
Just to add, after the event, we have received a lot of talk around it, where Coach Stephen's friends and relatives were, some were saying, I also must honor my wife. I must honor my wife. Then he reminded them that it's not for you to honor your wife. It's your family who should honor your wife. Because, a lot of, we have seen the world for, 6 decades. So we know what we're talking about, where some families are saying, you want to honor your wife, but maybe even your wife and your mother, they don't even talk. They are not in good terms. How can you honor your wife? Because it's the family who is supposed to honor your wife. It's the family who would have seen some good in you. Just like the way, family of the woman sees good in the man, that they do that for his family, so that he can continue being good to them. And that's how come, even like for the Bemba, for the Bemba, tribe, where if the man was really so good, when that man dies, they even want to give him the younger sister. They called it Impokelesh. Impokelesh.
So I can get even now.
I'm not dead. only when you die, that's when they do that. Yeah. So it is not that kind of a thing whereby you always want to be, or you want to honor someone, but you haven't made you're not good, you're not a good fit into the family. So this is the time, this is a good lesson for everyone to start making up, to just love your in-laws, or make up, say, what is it that you don't like? How can we change things that we do not like among in our family? How can we mend those relationships? And it's up to you to do that. For us, in fact, I just want to tell you our beginning. The way we met, I was a bridesmaid on Tidenji Kaunda's lineup, and he was a best man on
the same
Uncle Tidenji's the same lineup. And it so happened that, where I came from, I was being looked after by my elder sister, who was married in the Air Force. And there's discipline. You cannot just go home with anyone who is not known to the family. So I had their friend, Uncle my Brown Sugar, Brown Gondwe, who was assigned to be taking me home, because he couldn't be coming to State House, protocol things with the Defense Forces. He couldn't be coming to State House to pick me. So I was assigned with Uncle Brian to be taking me home. So I don't know, they did connive. I came to learn that it was a connivance, so that I could be stranded.
Yes.
And
I'll take you home.
so I could be stranded. So say Uncle Brian is not able to take you. He's not here. I've been assigned to take you home, because he was staying. We were staying in Kalundu, and he was staying in Avondale. So says it's on my way. And rehearsals take 6 months. for the wedding to take on.
And if you don't succeed, Mishwa, girl is in your hands for so long.
Yeah, so that's our history. Some people actually, that's was the beginning of my relationship with the Kaunda family. We're very, and he was even saying, on the Amatebeto day, Kaweche was saying, he was actually accusing that he's never paid for linkages, because nowadays linkages, you pay for the linkages. You pay linkages fees. When they link you to a business, you have to pay, some money.
And
you
it's not retrospective. No, he didn't ask for it, and then and he's my friend, so I paid with friendship.
Yeah. So after we actually got married, I think it was 6 months later, Mom was discovered to be having a heart condition.
Mm.
A heart condition, and then we were now supposed to be passing through her home every I can say every day or every week. And then I spoke to him. We have got a 3-bedroom in the house. Maybe we should just, instead of us running 2 homes, we should just take her with us. And that's the way we started to stay with my mother-in-law. And we stayed together for 14 years before she moved back to. And the reason why she moved back to stay with his elder sister was because the elder sister's husband passed. So, and I remember my mother and herself arguing. Says, no, me, I want to stay here. Then my mother was saying, wait, your daughter needs you. So just go and look after your daughter. Here you will be coming and we can be chatting and we can be exchanging things. But the other thing that I would like to share with my fellow women folk is that my staying with my mother-in-law helped me to manage my kids, because all the kids that came, she was there. And that time we were traveling the world. We traveled the world and we did not have to worry about home. We did not worry about home. And each time for me, I have 4 kids of my own and one of my sister. So we say we've got 5 kids. I just dropped them. When I dropped them, that was their responsibility. And we didn't even have issues. Good care also takes care of these diseases. Her heart, we never had any challenge with her heart condition. She was just normal. I think that was good.
She still has it.
She still has it, but
many years.
Yes, later. But because of, and probably this is why she said we have been able to look after her so well, and so we deserved through me, I deserved that honor because I've been there for her in her life. And this actually is a message to you ladies out there. Love your mother-in-law. They will love you back. Sort out your differences if they are there. And if you cannot sort out your differences that are there, blame the guy, because then he is the one who is taking the bad stories about you to the mother. So that is the thing that you heard him to say, don't
even think about
the things that are happening in your home, which your mother should not know or your sister-in-law should not know, because how would they know if your husband hasn't told them? They would not know. So keep the things that you don't want to go, because when you make up for them, they're still remembering the bad things that you did to each other.
And just something to share, as a parting shot, when the time comes, is that it's always about relating with in-laws generally. And I'd like to put it publicly here that as far as my in-laws are concerned, I am king. Clear. If anybody in this world is loved by his in-laws, from the oldest right to the youngest, it's me. Others even ask, are we related to Uncle Steve or Aunt Sylvia? Because Uncle Steve is always the one in our eyes. You know, I've been the one to give away girls that are getting married. I've been the one to receive impango. I mean, this all that they've honored me. Not that I'm sharper than everybody, but because we have that relationship that just was put there by God and doesn't go. So for me, I can show off that I have a fantastic relationship with my in-laws. And when I say in-laws, I mean everybody, not just my parents-in-laws, but even the brothers-in-law, that we always call one another names. And when we were in school one time together, we're doing the masters together. So one of, well, I'll say who it was Dr. Kasoro. He says, we ambush sister Wesukopo. You were copying everything, including your name, including her name. You know, that's really, we have that kind of relationship. Please try and get to build up. You may not build that with each and every member of the family, but have some people that will actually back you up when the going doesn't seem right.
Yes. Actually, when we were classmates in our MBA class, the teachers, the lecturers didn't even know that we were a couple because we were sitting right next to each other in class. And one time, the lecturers were saying, it was the fellow students.
No, what to say that each time I went to buy a drink, I'd buy two and do that. So one of them says, yeah, yo man, we shy. And I said, yes, and then we shy. That I knew what they meant, but they didn't know what I meant. So afterwards, when we went on a radio program, so Ambassador Chibamba Kanyama called the studio and said, you guys, even you a couple, all this long. I didn't know. And Ambassador Chibamba Kanyama was one of our technicians on the corporate finance at AIBT. And so he said, I didn't know you were a couple. So phones came and said, you people are very good pretenders and you act like you just come through. I said, yeah, I could see when she's late somewhere, you just take her bag and start walking out. So that's the kind of relationship we've had.
And it doesn't mean, yes, it doesn't mean we don't argue. We actually always fighting under the when you have the iceberg, there are a lot of things that we are quenching down there, but we try to sort them out in our own special way so that it doesn't affect the people that are around us. And this is the experience that we've had. And we also seek guidance when we fail to solve our own challenges. We call them challenges because they bring opportunities for us to live better. So we also seek guidance from the people that are around us. We would speak to
our friends on this same blog. We
yes.
Speak to Dr. Nelly.
Yes.
Speak to, it's everything is purpose driven in terms of this kind of issue. Who can help us with this? And that's why this bigger family that we've created here in the alumni is one family we cherish because it's encompasses a lot of capacities and competencies.
Yes, we do. And this, when we are actually training the mindset change, we always emphasize on this scope of the family and home. It's a very big training after the thing has finished. We've got, after somebody has gone through the mindset change program, then we've got special mentors for family and home, like we've got the sex coach, we've got people who actually can take us there where we learn Bushubukombe, Bunabukombe, and all the things that we don't know. We have come to learn a lot of things. Just a few, when we've got people that are traveling from abroad, like maybe it's 2 months ago, we had Dr. Nelly with a group that with Mom that came to just give us a refresher on the things that other people would want to know. We had a friend of ours visiting from England who is passionate about traditional things, and she was so happy because we did a refresher, and we're good to go. In the family, when someone is getting married or not getting married, we always also socialize them with that. So this spoke of the family and home is what we came to share with you today. And it encompasses family and home, and also social and cultural, spoke of the wheel of life. And we've been able to share because we love culture and would like people out there to also emulate and be able to do that. We are here as a couple to offer, if you want us to do something that is tailored to someone, we can call the experts and we can organize it and we can be able to share it with you. So it's 7:30, it's 8, it's 30 minutes. And Coach Stephen, thank you so much for the honor that you have placed on me and my family, and we really appreciate it. And we are good. Rave.
I just wanted to take this opportunity to really, really appreciate the two of you. Sorry I could not be there on Wednesday. On top of the fact that I am with these youngsters, they were doing these renovations in the house. The house was absolutely mad. It was upside down. So it was like, this, I wish I could be there. But Uncle Steve did extend an invitation. So I was like, oh my God, I missed. Anyway, they know that we're there in spirit, as the statement would say. But and I want to just take this opportunity publicly to really admire and appreciate the example you have been. It's amazing to listen to people of your age, because another couple I know who are so close, also like parents to me, are the Nyatandos. I've also watched how they interact with each other, and it's so admirable, in this day and age where divorce is like, I don't know, it's like normal now. They've normalized divorce, they've normalized dysfunction, they've normalized the single parent household, they've normalized so much abnormality. So when you see things, people like yourselves, and you're like, hey, it's something to be emulated, and it's so encouraging, and you can be rest assured that people like ourselves are so blessed, even listening to it. So I actually intend to send this to my wife and say, babes, check this out. we are at a good place with her, very, very good place, but there's no harm. We learn so much from yourselves. There's another couple called the Mwansas also, ironically. So they are also a great couple. So we have two Mwansas in our lives, couples that we follow. So you see, Uncle Steve, you guys have Midas touch when it comes to marriage, very, very, very commendable. And so to all of you listening in, I hope you learned something, especially listening to Auntie Sylvia, the wisdom that she was dropping there as well on the mother in love. We use that word, mother in love. That's priceless. And I think a lot of women can learn something there, because I know this to my ladies of nowadays, Vama tanuka monga to tennis, but me, no, so it's rough, but thank God that you guys have been able to be such an example. So I just thought I should take that opportunity to appreciate both of you and pray that God in his wisdom will give you even more years. And I mean, God bless your mom, Uncle Steve, 96 and going. That's not a joke. You know what I mean?
So
oh my God. Oh my God. The day that God, it's going to happen one day. She is going to pass on. But that day, I think, yes, you will mourn, but you have to celebrate, because 96, that's just beyond words, And it's amazing that she was able to honor Auntie Sylvia through you, Uncle Steve, while she's alive. Isn't that just powerful? That's just such a blessing, while she's alive, that is such an honor. You people are so blessed. May God just bless you more, and may we be able to catch the tuma scraps that fall off the table. Hallelujah.
Amen.
Trustworthy. You are spoken to that perspective. Yes.
Indeed. Well, thank you so much.
Thank you so
Great.
much. Thank you. Thank you, everyone. Be blessed.